The Craftsman Truck Series is back again at North Wilkesboro Speedway as Heim got it done in the Wright Brand 250. He dominated the race, though it was delayed till Sunday, even though it started on Saturday due to a lot of rain. It stopped after 81 laps and took 21 hours, 6 minutes, and 6 seconds before the race continued in Wilkes County. Heim took the lead from Jay Garcia after a restart on lap 186 of 250 and never gave it up for the rest of the race. The win was the third of the year for the driver of the 11 Tricon Racing Garage Toyota, his first at North Wilkesboro, and the 8th of his career. Heim finished 2.474 seconds ahead of second-place finisher Grant Enfinger. Here's Heim talking about if there was any doubt that he would win, other than when his truck was underwater and more, courtesy of FS1.
That was crazy. Definitely a crazy weekend with the weather and whatnot, but I knew since practice we had the speed, so can't say enough about these Tricon Garage guys. I mean, what a truck, what a weekend. Knew we had potential from practice, and we put it all together and executed great today, so huge thank you to them. Safe Flight Toyota Racing for everything.
Lane Riggs finished third. If the last name sounds familiar, it is because he is the son of former Cup Series driver Scott Riggs. The finish was the first top 5 of the season for the driver of the 38 Front Row Motorsports Ford. Here's him talking about how much he needed the result and more, also courtesy of FS1.
We really needed this. We finally finished where we deserved to finish today. They only had a third or fourth place truck. It was just hard with the way the track was changing to, pit so early and just kind of guess what they were going to do. But 11 was lights out. Congrats to that team, and congrats to Butterbean. Me and him raced a lot. Good for him to get a good start and a good finish in his first start. A lot of Carster guys out here, so super thankful to Infinity Communications, Front Row Motorsports, everybody on this team. We really needed this finish for F-150, so it was a great day for us. I hope we can just keep building this momentum.
Brendan Butterbean Queen finished 4th in his Craftsman Truck Series debut. He had a lot of fan support at the race, with Bean Nation with his 1 Toyota. He bounced back to 4th after he had a speeding penalty on pit road on lap 118 during a caution period. Queen also won a late model race at the 0.625-mile short track last year in a race that had star-studded drivers such as Kevin Harvick, Dale Earnhardt Jr., Brad Keselowski, Daniel Suarez, Chase Briscoe, and Carson Quaffle. Here's Queen talking about what the experience was like in his first Craftsman Truck Series start at North Wilkesboro and more, also on FS1.
Man, it's what I've worked for my whole life and never knew if I'd get this opportunity. Just first off, huge thanks to Tricon Garage, everybody at Toyota, TRD, TPC for giving me this chance. Tricon Garage brought a fast, best repair company, LeafCars.com, Toyota Tundra, and I was just lucky, man, to drive it. Got to thank the man above, for keeping us all safe, and I just never knew if I'd get this opportunity, and Bean Nation is stuck with me, as you can see. I'm just blessed, man, and I just hope I can turn this into some more opportunities. I love racing my late model, but this is my dream to get to the next level, and I hated to put my team in that box with that penalty, but I told them we're going to get back to the front one way or another, and they deserve it. Those guys at the shop, they put the hours in, and that's why this truck's fast. I'm the lucky guy that gets to hold the wheel.
Queen was also asked if he'll be seen in the race again and more, also on FS1.
I sure hope so, man. We're working hard to try to get the funding part of things in order, but I'd love to be here for a couple more this year, and I'd love to be full-time next year. With that second-place run, it was the best of the year for Enfinger. Here's Enfinger talking about that and more, also courtesy of FS1.
Overall, just the best execution of the season. This is the third time, second in a row, we brought a really good, fast Champion Power Equipment Chevrolet. Thank you to Jeff Stankiewicz, Michael Sheldon, Cody Roball, Larry Berg, everybody at Champion Power Equipment that allows us to do this. We haven't been performing to our ability or our standards earlier on in the year. Appreciate a lot of help from Chevrolet and Bill McAnally, Charles, all those guys at MHR have kind of helped us get back on track. I told Dane yesterday, I think it was, I feel like last week at Darlington was a turning point in our season, and I'm standing by that. So very proud of this truck, proud of our pit crew all year long. Finally, we have a little bit of a results to show for it. So made a little mistake yesterday. As a group, we rebounded, and I feel like we executed as good as we could today.
There were a number of different strategies throughout the race that changed the running order. Heim restarted 13th on lap 124, but was moving up the field. On lap 175, he passed Riggs for second place. Heim later passed Garcia on the lap 186 restart after the 6th of 7 cautions on lap 177 for Connor Jones' spin in turn 4. Ty Majeski won stage 1 after he chose not to pit and had older tires. Tyler Ankrum did the same thing in Stage 2, and he won also. Heim had the best truck and showed that after the Stage 2 restart. Xfinity Series driver Sammy Smith finished 5th, Christian Eckes 6th, Nick Sanchez 7th, Ankrum 8th, Daniel Dye 9th, and Stuart Breeston 10th. Other notable finishers included Majeski finishing 11th, Taylor Gray 13th, Raja Carew 14th, Ross Chastain 15th, Tanner Gray 16th, Matt Crafton 20th, defending series champion Ben Rhodes 22nd, and Dan Moffitt 31st, respectively. What was also awesome was three-time Craftsman Truck Series champion and Hall of Fame nominee Jack Sprague made his return to the track at North Wilkesboro. Sprague gave the command to start engines, just like Hall of Famer Ron Hornaday Jr. did last year. Congratulations to Corey Heim on winning at North Wilkesboro. It's nice to be able to see a Craftsman Truck Series regular win it this time in North Wilkesboro.
You're goddamn right.
Exactly, well, and allows the drivers in the Craftsman Truck Series to shine instead of the glory being taken away by a Cup Series driver. But definitely the last time a Craftsman Truck Series regular won at North Wilkesboro was in 1995 when Mike Bliss won there, and that was the first year of the Craftsman Truck Series, then known as the Super Truck Series by Craftsman, which officially became the Craftsman Truck Series the next year in 1996. When Bliss won that race, it was 150 laps before it became 250 the next year in 1996. But then the following two times that they went back to North Wilkesboro, in 1996 was won by Mark Barton, and last year was won by Kyle Larson, with both of those drivers being Cup Series regulars. If you want to hear me give my thoughts about that race as well, I highly recommend that video, the one from last year. I'll leave that one in the description. But yeah, it's definitely better for the series to be able to see a driver like Corey Heim win. Congratulations to him on doing that, especially. He had a good run there last year, leading 75 laps and finishing 6th as well. And obviously, Heim is a very talented driver in the Craftsman Truck Series, having a lot of success already, having won 3 races this year, the same amount he won all of last year, especially being part of incredible equipment with Tricon Garage, originally known as DGR Crosley, owned by David Gilliland, when they ended up switching to Toyota after Kyle Busch Motorsports ended up switching to Chevrolet. And Kyle Busch Motorsports was where Corey Heim got his start, as that organization ended up producing a lot of successful drivers that ended up winning races and championships. They ended up going to the Xfinity Series and Cup Series, and Heim got his first win with Kyle Busch Motorsports, his first career win overall in the Craftsman Truck Series in 2022 at Atlanta Motor Speedway, which ended up being the reconfiguration of that track as well. So definitely he got a great start there with Kyle Busch Motorsports and being part of a great organization, especially with them and having being part of Toyota and TRD as well, especially there too. So definitely they'll be able to win all these races already, especially he's definitely probably like one of the top drivers in the Craftsman Truck Series. Yeah, and he's probably also a favorite to win the championship as well. So definitely be able to, for him to win there, especially. It's pretty cool to be able to see a regular, like I said, win it in the series especially. And it tells you like how big of a deal it is when that happened like that, especially like how Kyle Larson won the race last year, even though he wasn't supposed to be in the race there. But it was a big event, especially to be able to see the Craftsman Truck Series back at North Wilkesboro Speedway, how it was then. Especially how it was a 27-year wait before NASCAR ended up having a points-paying race again at North Wilkesboro, which was last then in 1996 when Jeff Gordon won in the Cup Series there. So definitely how big of an event it was there last year, especially when Larson won that event, having a lot of big-name drivers besides him as well, and Bubba Wallace and Haley Deegan and William Byron in the race as well. Even Ross Chastain was in that race as well, just as he was in this one. But definitely, like, just it was such an exciting race, especially funny how it ended up airing on Fox, that race, especially tells you like that, how it happened like that because of how big of a deal it was for NASCAR to have a points-paying race at North Wilkesboro. For that to happen like that, and the All-Star race still aired on FS1 anyway, even though this year both events ended up airing on FS1. But still, that was pretty cool that it happened like that, especially how big of a deal, like I said, for it to be like that, especially what a great event it was. It was so exciting and a lot of fun to watch, to be able to watch a points-paying race at North Wilkesboro live. Definitely, I enjoyed that a lot. It was a lot of fun this year, too. Obviously, not as much as last year, especially because like it was fresh and brand new. But this year, it had a damper because of the rain and all that, which postponed the race from Saturday to Sunday. But you saw some drivers ended up swimming in the water because of how much rain there was. But still, it was a fun event overall, especially to be able to see how much it changed from last year to this year, especially with the repave and all that. Last year, you saw Matt Crafton trying to find grip on the track where the patches were to add more grip, as they tried to patch up part of the track to try to keep the original character of the track, which was 30 years old or more, the surface there. So, but the fact that they ended up repaving it this time was pretty cool, especially they put a special kind of asphalt to make sure that it ages faster as well. So that's pretty cool that they ended up doing it like that because of that, and for it to have tire wear and all that, and for it to age over time as well, to be able to create strategy in the race. And you still saw some of the bumps there as well. But it was not as noticeable because of the replay. But definitely, like I said, it was a fun event to be able to watch another NASCAR points-paying race live at North Wilkesboro. And eventually, it'll become more like a regular event as time goes on. And it will be back at North Wilkesboro next year. There hasn't been a date set for the Craftsman Truck Series race, but there is a date set for the Cup race, for the All-Star race. That'll be May 18, 2025. So definitely for them to come back there in 2025 is pretty awesome. And hopefully there'll be a mainstay on the schedule for a long time. It's always fun to be able to see these kind of tracks because the Craftsman Truck Series doesn't run these as many tracks as they used to, even though they have returned to tracks like Indianapolis Raceway Park and all that. But definitely, I like for them to keep this track on the schedule, and it's good for the sport to have like North Wilkesboro back for consecutive years, especially. And for that to continue like that, it's pretty awesome there as well. But definitely, like I said, congratulations again to Corey Heim on winning and all that. Definitely well-deserved for him as well. Shout out to Brendan Butterbean Queen as well, especially there too, to be able to do what he did as well. To have a lot of success in the race as well, finishing fourth, coming back from the penalty as well, and having a lot of fan supports there as well. Definitely, he's going to be back for races, I'm sure, especially the run he had. He made a great impression as well, and I expect him to be a future NASCAR star as well, as far as like competing for wins and championships down the road, especially to have that much fanfare as a late model driver. When you win a race beating drivers like Dale Earnhardt Jr. and Kevin Harvick, that's definitely a big deal there as well to be able to do something like that as well. But definitely, he'll be back, and it's going to be exciting to be able to see what he does as well. But definitely, what an event it was there at North Wilkesboro. And I'm excited to see them continue to race there and all that as well. So definitely a lot of fun, like I said there. And congratulations again to Corey Heim on winning at North Wilkesboro as well. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to leave a like. And if you are brand new, subscribe. And we'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.